A medium to long-term plan will be established to continue digitization. Along with mass digitization, a survey is conducted on materials donated for public purpose and orphan works. By doing so, more materials will be available for free use. And we plan to convert image-based data to text-based data to provide user-centered services. Next is about linking and converging our library database and another institution's databases. Along with providing copyright expired materials for use, we plan to integrate scattered databases and link each other. After sharing an MOU with the Korean profession, yeah. After sharing the MOU with the Korean Press Foundation in September last year, the National Library Korea has provided linked old newspaper data and issued LOD to allow data linkage among the public and private sector and public institutions. The purpose and key success factor of National Collection Digitization Project is high-quality data creation, active discovery of shared works for unlimited use, and database linkage through cooperation with relevant institutions. The purpose is to provide user-focused, not provider-focused services. The National Library Korea has been working on opening, sharing, and expanding digitized materials databases. First is the East Asia Digital Library, EADL, an online service for digital information research, sharing, and utilization. EADL curates digital information resources published in Northeast Asia to provide full text and bibliographic data for anyone to use. The project has been implemented through cooperation between the National Library Korea and the National Diet Library of Japan. The pilot service has been provided since December 2020. By increasing participation of institutions holding East Asia-related resources, the EADL will be expanded and developed to provide more abundant resources to users. Next is the Korean Newspaper Archive. The archive provides about 6.2 million articles and 18 million indexes of 98 titles of newspaper that has value in research on the policy, economy, society, and culture of Korean modern and contemporary history from 1898 to 1960. Through Korean Newspaper Archive, we permanently preserve digitized old newspapers and enable users to access full text newspapers using search by newspaper, date, and article. Now, The Japanese Government General of Korea Official Gazette Utilization System. The Japanese Government General of Korea Official Gazette is a publication issued by the Japanese Government General of Korea from 1910 to 1945, when Korea was under Japanese rule. The official Gazette knowledge database and the utilization system have been developed through cooperation among the Presidential Committee for the Inspection of Collaboration for Japanese Imperialism, the National Library of Korea, and the Investigative Commission on Pro-Japanese Collaborations Property. The materials are key to reveal the truth of collaborations for Japanese imperialism and the reality of Japanese colonial rules. Inspections on the collaborations has been suspended for 58 years after the dissolution of the Special Investigation Committee of the Anti-National Activists in 1949. Oh, sorry. The Gazette includes information about administrative activities of Japanese Government General of Korea and other government offices, the establishment and operation of economic and social institutions, details about the economic and social activities of the people of Joseon according to various surveys on the overall society. The appointment, resignation of government officials and those engaged in economic activities, like that. The publication, about 11,000 volumes in total, provides around 335,000 full-text articles, related articles, index term information, etc. With the introduction of Scan Studio, the high-resolution digital photographing system, for the first time in Korea, the National Library of Korea is providing e-pictures to promote the value of national collection and offer various services to users. At the National Library of Korea's website, users can write a message and choose from a total of 10 titles of covers and illustrations of valuable collections and old books held by the library, including 17사찬 고금 통요, which is one of the national treasure, and send an e-picture card. We plan to continue identifying meaningful materials among the National Library of Korea's collection to expand the service by occasion and subject, and extend the service so that users can use e-pictures cards in various mobile environments, including social network services. And finally, I will talk about the National Library of Korea's 3-year plan on digital services. With the vision of building digital knowledge ecosystem hub, we have strategies called 5 C's, which is number 1, the first is C is collective for collecting knowledge and memories. Second is connectivity for connecting and embracing diversity. Third is curatorial for curating books. Fourth is collaborative for collaborating with libraries in the world. And fifth, creative, for creating tomorrow's library. For the 5 key tasks, number 1, we expanding Korean memory service. Number 2, securing untagged service. Number 3, developing data curation service. Number 4, activating digital service sharing platform. Number 5, leading library service for the future. We plan to establish a detailed implementation plan and carry them out. Well, thank you for your attention for my presentation, and please feel free to ask questions if you have any. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Soh, for the very, very interesting presentation that talk about digitizing services in National Library of Korea. It is a very interesting presentation for me, especially because in daily life, in daily work, I doing digitization of manuscript in our work, in our library, to provide digital services in digital manuscript for the users. So I think from your presentation will give me more knowledge, give me more experience how to digitalize manuscript or others collection in our library more better than before, I think. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we are on Q&A session. Maybe for all participants, we can write the question. Can write the question and can type your question here at chat on Zoom or on YouTube. So the committee will. So I will read your question and Dr. Soh will answer your question. So please, there is a question. Okay, maybe in waiting the question from the participant, I want to ask you how the manuscript condition, because my subject especially in manuscript digitalization, how the manuscript Korean manuscript, I mean how the Korean manuscript condition in Korea as your opinion. Maybe you can explain.
Well, we have many old documents, and I think I don't know the exact number or whereabouts of all of the titles right now, but we have around maybe 우리 20만?
22만.
We have around 영어로 뭐라 그러지? 22만이면?
220,000.
220,000 old documents, and a lot more than the number of the documents are all around the peninsula. You know. Yeah, and we are cooperating with the institutions who have such documents, and we are trying to digitize all of them with our, the high quality resolution copy machine, and we are trying to, we are doing our best to that, and thanks to the materials of the Korean old documents, paper is very strong. And yeah, they are made of dakjongi, which is very strong, and they can survive every circumstances. They look new, they look like a new book
Document.
if they are old, over 200 old or 300 old, and they look like a new book. So it is not easy. It is easy to digitize them.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Korean ancestors are very clever using the dakjongi. Yeah.
Takjungi.
Yeah, Korean paper.
Korean paper. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it is a little bit different with Indonesian document. An old Indonesian document, because they are made from. We have a traditional paper called daluang, and most of them today has already broken. So we may be a little bit difficult to digitalize them, because many of them has already broken, like that. Yeah. Okay. We can we can I read some question for you? Okay. There is many question, I think, in the chat of Zoom. I will read some of them. The first is from Labibazen. How about the copyright issues? Can you explain more about the copyright issues in the Korea, in the digitalization of Korean document, please?
Okay. Yes. President Babbar mentioned the copyright issues at this conference. Yes, and we also have such issues. We have a copyright Article 31, which allows us to distribute for free digital document just for preservation purpose, and to use one copy in our own site, or libraries which have an MOU with us. I mentioned at the presentation, we have around 2,500 libraries contracting with us, and they can serve their readers within their site.
Yeah.
So when you want to digitize the document with which have a copyright holder, it is not possible. He or she have to get into the library, which have the right to access the documents for text. Okay. But we also have the right to give for free service like orphan works. Do you know what orphan works? Orphan works, which means the documents that you don't know about who is the copyright holder exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a right to present for use for free if they are proved to be orphan works, or you can provide for free public documents. Of course, copyright expired documents,
Yeah.
etc. Yeah, it's the same situation with all of the world. Yeah.
Yeah. It is same in Indonesia that library can allow to reproduce the some of document that have no copyright, to serve the and serve the document to the users, Okay, thank you. And then for the next question. Okay, the next question is from Ivonila. Labibazen is from Library of UIN Sunan Kalijaga. The first question is from Labibazen from Library of UIN Sunan Kalijaga, and the second question is from Ivonila from IAIN Sunan Kalijaga. There are three questions from Ivonila. What kind of national collection will be digitalized by National Library of Korea? The first question. And the second is, what is policy for national collection digitalization process in National Library of Korea? And the third is, how is about the policy for copyright in Korea according digitization services that applied in National Library of Korea? Please, Dr. So.
Well, first, number one question. The answers is, as I mentioned at the presentation, we are going to keep digitization more and more, and we are put our priority on the like old documents,
Okay.
old documents, and public publication without any copyright problem,
Okay.
and thesis, scientific thesis, thesis, and children's book, and
Children, okay.
Yeah, and serials like magazine or paper, newspapers, etc.
Yeah.
And cultural and art materials, atlases, and music scores, things like that. Is it okay with you? Of course, yeah. And what is policy of for national collection digitization process in Library of Korea? I skipped I skipped several slides at the presentation. That is the technical issues of the digitization process, and you can see the slides in detail. You can understand the process, and one of the most important thing we are confused. We are focusing is to make OCR conversion. You can retrieve the full text with the OCR conversion process. So we are trying to keep that, and we have some guidelines of the pixels, APIs, and things like that. That is in the slides.
Yeah. Okay.
And the third question is, I understand the same one with I already answered it, right?
Yeah,
Third
you
question.
have already answered
Yeah.
from Labibazen already. Okay.
아까 내가 Okay. And in case of current publications, we can digitize after the 5 years of each publication date. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
We cannot digitize for use the publication within 5 years old.
5 years old. Okay.
Okay, that's prohibited from the copyright law.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. In case of Indonesia, when we want to digitalize of a document, we have copyright agreement. We have copyright agreement, especially for a document that still have a copyright holder. Is it happen in Korea? Like copyright agreement from copyright holder to National Library of Korea, maybe, or something like that.
If someone who have a copyright wants to have his publication for free, he can use for CCL. CCL.
CCL.
Yeah. That's possible. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Creative Commons.
And we are running Open Access Korea.
Okay. Yeah.
Open Access Korea program, which is promoting open access in Korea, and we cooperate with many other institutions to promote the open access, and it is going very well. Yeah, right now. It's not an easy way to get into the aim, but we are trying to do our best, and we distribute some technical assistance to universities or like that to have their own repository to archive their data, their thesis, their publications, like something like that. We have around 30, 리퍼지터리 몇 개 갖고 있죠? 한 개? 50개? We have about 40 or 50 repository distributed to universities in Korea.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next question. Yeah. Next question from Siti Junaina. Next question is from Siti Junaida. Maybe I believe still many questions from participant, but because of time, maybe this is the last question for this session. Yeah. Siti Junaina asks, Annyeonghasimnika.
Oh,
it's right.
Yeah. Good pronunciation. Yeah.
Can we from another country to access national collection of National Library of Korea? It means how other people from other of Korea, maybe from Indonesia or from other country, how to access the digital collection of National Library of Korea?
Pardon?
How to access the digital collection of National Library of Korea through another country.
네, 다른 나라에서 어떻게 그 디지털화 자료를 접근할 수 있을까요?
You can access to our digital digitalized contents via internet, of course, which is distributed for free. If you don't have any copyright problems, you can use via internet. And if you want to access to the copyright materials, you have to visit the library which have a contract with us.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we have 76 foreign libraries contracted, and if you want to, in your country, you wanted to access to our digital library, which have copyright issues, I think you can have an MOU with us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, we are welcoming.
Okay. So another country, people from another country can access the collection of National Library of Korea through internet or visit the National Library of Korea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. I think I'm very happy and also for all of the participants too. If
Moderator,
we can, yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Is it possible to have the last question? The second last question.
The last question.
The second last question, because you just said.
Oh, yeah.
The last question. So, is it possible to add? So the second last question.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The second last question from Mr. Nurdin. From Mr. Nurdin. Maybe you can ask faster. Maybe. Thank you. Please, Mr. Nurdin.
Okay. Thank you very much, moderator. Nice to meet you. This is Sunan. I hope I'm not wrong to pronounce your name.
That's nice.
Su Hairet.
Heran. So Heran.
This is Su.
Yeah. So is my last name.
Heran.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. So Heran.
Yeah, it's very nice to meet you.
I'm so sorry to add another question.
No problem.
Your presentation is very interesting and inspiring, I think. Especially now we are in the in digital era now, yeah. Especially after the pandemic. Yeah. Okay, your title is Digitization Services of the National Library of Korea. I think this theme or topic is very interesting, and I hope I don't have a missing link, because we have a problem with connection because of the electricity problems. But I hope that you have not explained. But my question about collaborations, yeah, because collaboration is very important also to how to improve, how to increase the performance of the digitization services to the users. My question about this is there any collaboration with external parties, or from local, and it could be from abroad, in order to to improve the digitization services. So do you catch the point that is there any collaborations? And this is the first, yeah. And the second one is about exchange of sources, because the libraries you know, also have limited staff to to digitize all, to digitize all collections, both especially for the all collections. So in order to improve the library services to the users, so it needs also to to exchange sources. I mean the source, the all sources, digitization, service of source. I mean the all sources. Do you also do this kind of exchange or not? And whether maybe you think that's the your sources are enough, to meet or to fulfill the user needs. And I think that's all.
Okay. Maybe I can a little bit explain the question. There are two questions from Mr. Nurdin Laugu. The first is how the collaboration between National Library and another library in Korea, maybe MOU or another collaboration. Can you explain it? And the second question is, in our experience, there are a problem in human resource. We have many documents that should be digitalized, but we just have a little human resource. How to do the digitizing document about within just a little human resource like that.
Well, for the first questions, we are trying to do our best to collaborate with many institutions, as many institutions as possible. And as a Central Library of Korea, we try to collaborate and give them some, hands, some help, technical, financial, or legal help for them. And I think we are very successful with that matter. And we try to digitize their collections, and they are very satisfied with that project. And for the second questions, we have a education program, to training the professional in digitization, and also we cooperate with the commercials to digitization project.
Oh,
yeah. It's one of the successful, collaboration projects we are running.
Yeah.
And we are planning to digitalize 20 to 30 million items until 2029. Yeah, that is our plan. And so we also like to cooperate with foreign institutions. We are willing to and welcoming foreign institutions to cooperate with us, like as I mentioned earlier, EADL, which is the East Asian Digital Library, which is the outcome of the cooperation between National Library of Korea and the National Diet Library of Japan. So, and we are planning to have more institutions to participate in that project. So that is one of the examples. So I want everyone out there want to get in touch with us to cooperate with these kinds of projects.
Yeah.
Soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it okay with my answers?
Yeah. So the National Library of Korea is very welcome to make a collaboration with other institutions from around the world, I think, yeah. And maybe UIN Sunan Kalijaga or Library of UIN Sunan Kalijaga can collaborate with National Library of Korea, of course, to digitalize their services maybe in the next time, maybe, yeah. Okay. Maybe that is the very last question, I think, because the time.
Aku terus lagi nganu kok melu kok.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. Soh, before we close this session, maybe would you like to give the closing statement? Would you like to give a closing statement or the conclusion of your presentation?
Thank you. Thank you for your kind moderation, and all your participants. I'm very thank you everyone. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for the great experience that share with us. So we or us can use it to improve our library service, especially in digitalization. And it is the last for me. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the time for me. So see you next time, and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
감사합니다.
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 Okay, I give back to MC.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fiqru, for handle that session, and also thank you for our speaker, Mrs. Hairansa, for the informative and interesting talk about digitization services of the National Library of Korea. 감사합니다. Last but not least, we invite Mrs. Lestari to deliver the vote of thanks. Mrs. Lestari, please, the time is yours.
Thank you, Mbak Siti Khalisah. First of all, on behalf of Sunan Kalijaga Library, I would like to say sorry for all technical issues. We had the electricity power has been off for a little while, but now we got additional power. Sorry for this inconvenience. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everybody. This honor for me to deliver vote of thanks at this wonderful international talk, visiting International Librarian Session 11, organized by UIN Sunan Kalijaga Yogyakarta Library in collaboration with APPTIS and SLA Asia. I am very happy the international talk has ended well, and we are able to follow it until the end of session. I believe this program is very useful to strengthen the librarian competence and develop the institution. On this wonderful opportunity, I really appreciate and many thanks to the Honorable Ibu Labibah Zain, the Director of UIN Sunan Kalijaga Yogyakarta Library, also the past President of SLA Asia Asian Chapter, that has managed the international talk program wonderfully and smoothly up to this 11 series. Furthermore, I really appreciate to the Honorable Ibu Hairansa, Chief Executive National Library of South Korea, that has shared her knowledge and experience regarding digitization services of the National Library of Korea. Of course, it's really beneficial and inspiring us. Thank you very much, Ibu Hairansa, for your kindness to sharing your knowledge. Then, my appreciation to Dr. Parveen Babbar, President-elect SLA Asia, that has delivered a wonderful opening remarks in international talks today. Thank you very much, Dr. Parveen Babbar. Also, many thanks to Bapak Fiqru Mafar, in Jember, Indonesia, who has served as moderator and handled the discussion impressively. So it ran very well. And my thankful to Siti Khalishah, LIS student of Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta, that has served as Master of Ceremony Admirable. Also, many thanks to iGroup, EBSCO, Tyler, and Francis for the great supporting in this international talk. And to Mbak Ragil, staff of Difabel Services Center Sunan Kalijaga, as a sign language interpreter. Thank you very much for your attendance in this international talks to facilitate the disabled participant. Then, I am very appreciative to all wonderful participants for many provinces in Indonesia and other countries. Thank you for your valuable times to join and participate in these international talks enthusiastically. And the last but not least, thank you very much for all Sunan Kalijaga librarian team that have strived to preparing and implementing the international talks very well today. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope we will meet again at the International Talk Session 12 in December 2021 within different topic. Once again, thank you. Thank you very much to all of you. Hope you are always healthy and happy. Have a nice day and see you again. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I deliver the time to Master of Ceremony. Thank you, Mbak Siti.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Lestari, for the vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, we come to the end of the meeting. Before we end our meeting, we would like to say thanks for the moderator, Mr. Fiqru Mafar, and the speaker, Mrs. Hairansa, for the informative and interesting talk. And to audience, thanks for the active participation. Hopefully, this Zoom meeting will be beneficial for everybody. Don't forget to join the next session of International Talks visiting International Librarian on December 14 and 2021. The speaker is Dr. Izan Shi Nasir with the topic Library and Information Science in Malaysia. Please remember to fill the attendance form to get the e-certificate with the registration key 777123. Before we end the program, let's take some pictures together. So please turn on your camera.
Thank you.
There are 4 slides in this room. So I will start from slide 1. To the participants in slide 1. 3, 2, 1. Slide 2. 3, 2, 1. Cheese. Slide 3. 3, 2, 1. The last slide. 3, 2, 1. Peace. Okay, thank you very much for joining us today. Have a nice day and wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Heransu. Thank you so much, Musuh O. Dr. O, thank you so much. Dr. Parveen Babbar, thank you so much. It's a wonderful session. And thank you also Dr. Nurdin Laugu, Fiqru, Mafar, and all the participants. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. See you next time.